You talked about this a little bit, but is there any advice you would give yourself when you were starting in your apartment, leaving the buckle, and just getting started with this thing?
I think I really underestimated the need to have good marketing. Again, I think I kind of had the mentality of, build it and they will come.
Yeah.
And, or, oh, hey, I've got a really good service or good product, I don't really need to advertise, that kind of stuff. And I know there's even a lot of businesses out there that say that they don't, that they're just word of mouth purely. Mm-hmm. And I think 9 times out of 10, those are businesses that they're mature enough where they get enough of that kind of repeat business because they are actually doing a really good job serving their customers. Yeah. And that's a totally different situation than someone just starting out. Because when you're starting out, nobody knows you, mm-hmm. and you're starting from square one. So I think I would have hopefully somehow graciously told myself, like, David, you've got to you got to think about this marketing stuff. Think through all the details, and how are you planning on what's your offer? Do you have a good offer? Or what's the how can you convince someone to consider working with you?
Yeah. Was there anything as far as social media when you guys were getting going?
Oh yeah. I mean, there was Facebook and Twitter and.
But were businesses using Facebook really?
Oh, that's a good question. I suppose some were. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, those were the heydays of when you would post something on your Facebook page and people would see it.
Sure.
The algorithm wasn't just like stuffing it down and only showing ads to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just when you would have been, because you really kind of had a niche market when you were going out to websites, because the traditional, the radio, the TV, newspaper, billboards, mm-hmm. those still had some pull back then. I mean, they were still, as far as advertising and marketing and things like mm-hmm. that, those were still a big part of it.
For sure.
Where now, I think especially for small business owners, your online presence is huge.
Yeah.
Like you have to have an online presence of some sorts.
Right. If nothing else, I think as a supportive kind of thing, so because if let's say you have a friend that recommends like, oh, Brian, you've got to work with Control Yours. I mean, that might be enough for you to then go and look us up online or mm-hmm. something, but you want to start, you want to see reviews, or you want to kind of scope things out. You don't necessarily just always take the word of your friend's advice and just run with it, you know? So yeah, oftentimes it's kind of like a supportive kind of thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people start to interview you. I'm using air quotes here, but interview you by doing the research online. Yeah. And if they're intrigued and want to work with you, then they'll send an email, pick up the phone, whatever, maybe message you, however that works. So,
yeah, absolutely.